Hello world, from whichever time zone you're catching me from, my name is MD90. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification to all so that you do not miss the uploads that come up. And the easiest way for you to navigate the channel is to head to the playlist. You'll find videos curated for you based on your interest. So if you're interested in the Kutika podcast, you'll find a playlist for that. For news and trends, there's a playlist for that. Exclusive with MD90, a bunch of playlists that are created based on your interest. So the easiest way to navigate the channel is head straight to the playlist and you'll find what you're here for. Consider becoming a member of the channel. Right next to the subscribe button is a join button. You click on the join button so that you can become a member of the channel. You support the team on the production and a number of things that we're doing here, and we appreciate that. Well, I'm sure you've already heard the news by now. So, breaking news, Energy Regulations Board has increased prices of fuel. Those are the prices that you see on screen there. And then in other news, at Shimbakambwe, they have cancelled Shimbakambwe's evacuation tickets. Mwamba Shimba Kambwili wrote, this is Shimbakambwe's son. So he wrote, we have offered to pay the evacuation ourselves. We have told the state to give us police officers to travel with at our own expense. Tickets were booked on Friday with Rwandan Air, but surprisingly, they were cancelled by the state on Saturday morning. We do not need to use taxpayers' money, but there is an invisible hand despite the plea from state doctors themselves. So Shimba Kambwili has been facing a lot of health issues from the time that he was arrested, and then he was released on that police bond. He hasn't been seen in public at all. Oh, we've just been hearing rumors of his health. There was a time that Mao Sampa posted something to say he was talking to Shimba Kambwili, and then Shimba Kambwili has been neglected by the PF Ijaka, as he calls them. That's the Edgar Lungu camp, when given wind and the rest of them, to say now that Shimba Kambwili is facing health issues, they have neglected him and they don't even support him or visit him. Then Shimba Kambwili told Mao Sampa to immediately pull down that post, which he did, to say he did not seek consent for him to publicize his health, and the health issues that he's facing are very private. They're not supposed to be made public. But since then, it seems like the medical condition that he has needs special attention, and this is where it has come to. So it's considering that he's on bond, maybe that's why they have not given them the permission to fly off. But from what his son is saying, this is Mwamba Kambwili's, Shimba Kambwili's son, the one who wanted to contest the Ron seat in 2021. So he says they had offered for the government to send police officers with him if there is need for that. And the relationship between the UK and Zambia, the police officers, they'll just coordinate with the UK from that side, that he does not escape. So the fact that they offered that and it has still been denied, that's what he raises to say. They do not know why those tickets were cancelled when everything was settled earlier on Friday. So that's the situation with Shimba Kambwili. And then earlier on, Edgar Lungu and pretty much all the opposition in Zambia, I think the only person that was missing from this press brief was Sean Tembo. But everyone else was here. I'll show you a couple of pictures from this press brief. So Edgar Lungu was leading the pack because he's the former head of state. But as you can see from screen, there's Given Winda, GBM, and pretty much everyone was here. This is Harry Kalaba. He also saw the same press brief, pretty much addressing the current state of the nation and the things that are going on in the nation right now. That's Shekateka, Golden Party president, a bunch of people, as you can see. Nakachinda on the far left there. This is the EFF president, Kasonde Mwenda, Shekateka, Savoy Mboela, Kivendo Winda, GBM. So all these individuals were part of the press brief that was held today. And then I will read you some of the extracts that came from this, where Edgar Lungu made some very interesting statements. You'll see them as we go further in this live stream. That's difficulty, the Combon president. Yeah, pretty much everyone was there. So when it comes to the statements that were made during this press brief, this is what Edgar Lungu said. This was published by the Patriotic Front. So he says, this is Edgar Lungu saying, "My West is far better than what you have now." Simply means Hakainde Hichilema is performing way worse than Edgar Lungu. He goes further to say, "We are above Hichilema's government head to head, shoulder to shoulder." So simply flexing to say the state of affairs in the nation right now, compared to the time that Edgar Lungu left things, it is worse than it was. The power that Hakainde Hichilema is using is the same power that I had, but I did not misuse it because I was brought up well, ECL. And then obviously people in the comment section say ECL Wakule Cafe, forcing ERB. So the news for ERB increasing the fuel pump price was announced. It started making rounds online. Like I think this is the past 2 days. So they just kept on pushing it further, but they couldn't push it any further today. They just had to make the announcement. So in about 2 hours, the pump price is going to go up. Exactly 24 hours, we expect an increase. So more people react to that. Hakainde Hichilema mpaka 2099 tukamone hawakosa kunsala. So simply saying the state of affairs, let's just wait and see who's the strongest, who will make it to 2099. Pretty much that's sarcasm there. And then most of the images that have been making rounds or resurfacing are like this. So this is the time Hakainde Hichilema was still in opposition, where if there was a slight increase on pump price, he would go at the filling station and then make statements. So those are the images that the people are using. And then further on, this is one of the statements that he had made. This was made in 2019, September 25th, on his personal page. And then he says, this is Hakainde Hichilema posting. He says, "Atiweka HH. That's how my friends from the PF call me. Akaishwafe pretty much you do not know anything. You just talk. That's him saying that. I love my friends in the PF. Well, here goes. The left side is the current price calculation, and on the right side is my proposal and why I know fuel can be reduced by 4 kwacha cheaper if the measures are taken immediately." So there you see, during his opposition, he was saying he would reduce it by 4 kwacha, but now it's there is an increase of 5 kwacha. So we're dealing at 34 kwachas. So the smart egos have said, meanwhile, the pump price have gone up to 34 kwacha. So that's per liter. And then obviously more memes making online say what happened to him. He was a praise singer, referring to the UPND Alliance and everyone in that camp. And then obviously another person that seems to be catching some slack is Dr. Nevas Mumba. So this is an image in which they are celebrating, I think, the Zambia declaration as a Christian nation. So now they're using it to illustrate to say he's one of the major praise singers as the opposition leader. So they caption to say, "Sir President Pastor Nevas Mumba." And then they put the exchange rate, I mean the pump price for fuel there. They go further. More people react. This is Sari Piri. He says, "Some people will start saying that if it was PF, things would have been worse. Now it's not PF. Make things better for us, Kairi." So simply saying you can no longer use the PF as a part of the joke to say if it was them, things would have been worse. You're the ones who are in government. It's the same statement that Edgar Lungu made during the press brief that he had today. You're saying They keep referencing me as things would have been worse during my time, but I left State House a couple of this is now like 2 years ago or something, so that no longer counts. Edgar Lungu said earlier on. The person that is supposed to be referred to is Hakainde Hichilema, because he's the individual that is currently in the State House. More people, these are public reactions. So David says, Muyu PND, your monthly salary is 2,500 kwacha, converts to $93. So simply laughing it off to say the free fall of the kwacha, 2,500 is only equivalent to less than $100, which is $93. And then he puts crying emojis there. And for the Banda, this is an opposition leader also. He had taken a vacation, but I guess he's back now. He also made a statement. The fuel prices finally breaks the 30. The fuel price finally breaks the 30 kwacha barrier, and Zambian kwacha is in free fall. This is not propaganda, but reality happening now. The economy is failing. How long should people wait for things to change? Will debt restructuring suddenly turn things back to normal? Things are not okay. Let's not lie. And then he puts the exchange rate there, because right now it's a dollar is 27 kwacha. That's the exchange rate right now. And then obviously the pump price of fuel is that stated in the caption here. So he says when you compare the two, the only thing that is expected is the cost of living is going to go up. So in about 2 hours, everything is going to increase. The bus fares, food, and everything. More people react to it. This is Ngoma. He says, the high cost of living increase more in February by the UPND government. Is now clear that the UPND government does not care about the Zambian as long as they are eating well. The burden is too heavy for the majority of Zambians. Kwacha nayo losing value every day. Kateka nao enda fie, enda ukafie. So simply saying the president just flies around, and yeah, you followed that. And then this is another meme that has been making rounds. Costarin, meaning people just have to be strong. And then those are the medication prescriptions to say you take this a day, one a day in the morning, one in the afternoon, like it's a prescription of people have to be strong because things are hard right now and they're about to get worse based on that increase of the fuel. More reaction. Let's play Hunger Games, the hunger in the nation. And then fix us, sir, fix us. So they're making a job at Hakainde Hichilema's slogan to say, Abali will fix it. So that's more from that. And then more jokes from the UPND Mpaka 2099, like earlier posted. So it's been posted by different people. And then in other news, the Lusaka Magistrate Court has fined the Economic and Equity Party leader Chirifyatayari 20,000 kwacha for assaulting a police officer. If he defaulted on that, it would have been 9 months imprisonment. So one of the cases that Chirifyatayari had in court ended up into a conviction. So he has paid that money, and then he reacted to that himself. So he says, the magistrate court, this is Chirifyatayari now commenting. He said, the magistrate court says I am guilty. I will take it, though. I never committed the offense. I have no grudge against anyone. I will not appeal. He knows he has dodged a bullet. I mean, because if you appeal and then you're found guilty, it will not just be 20,000 kwacha now. There will not even be that option to just straight up be arrested. So he's made a smart move. Just pay that 20,000 and forget it. So that's what he's doing. He went home, hugs his daughter, and says that was a close. That was very close. 9 months in prison. Thank God and thank you all for who sympathize with me. He says I will keep quiet now. And then that's him with Kia, the daughter, after paying that 20,000 kwacha in court earlier today. So now the registration to say people moving from home to town is to be 29 kwacha, and then an energy drink is only 7 kwacha. So people just opt to drink that 7 kwacha drink and then walk. And then more questions to say, we say this is the same body, what more position or body to change? Simply asking, is this the same kind of HTML we had in opposition, or it's a different individual? Going back on his word and everything not playing out as planned. Dollar will not be happy once it realizes that fuel has overtaken it. So pretty much a joke between the exchange rate of the dollar to Kwacha, and then obviously the pump price there. So that's the news, ladies and gentlemen.